What's going on, guys? Cliffy here. Third and final test against India, and they have made a change. They brought Ashwin back in. Obviously did miss that spin in the latter half of the game. We've gone in once again with an unchanged lineup. I have just changed. I've moved Chase down to 5, Shy Hope up to 4. Again, just thinking more long term, Shy Hope is probably going to be my number 4 batsman, and Chase, just with the form that he's been in. We've lost another toss. I think I just need to go tails. I go heads every time, but it doesn't seem to be working out for me very well at all. But as I did say, this is the first time, I think, in the Career Mode series, we're up to episode 14, that we have had a settled side. I think we've had an unchanged... I think this is possibly the first time we've had an unchanged side for 3 episodes or 3 games in a row. It is absolutely crazy to think that that is the way it is. But the weather, as we can see, and this is why I wasn't really too fussed about the toss, is that basically day 2 and day 3 are a write-off. It's going to be very wet, which could be interesting to see how things go. And we will just have to wait and see. Make sure we bring Roach off, because we don't want to get anyone injured whatsoever. And it looks as though India are going to go through this session none down. We'll bring in Warrican, who I guess is the new... Bishu always used to be the golden arm, but he's almost more of the golden arm now, it must be said. He's done a very good job in this test match series, and again, it's going to be very difficult to replace him when the time is right. I mean, who comes in? Everyone's been bowling well, everyone's been picking up wickets. Jason Holder not as much, but his workload has been less because he's been doing a lot with the bat. Both Indian openers have gone and got 50s here. And this is kind of what I was expecting in the first test match. I was expecting huge defiance and huge defence, but we have gone and got the breakthrough. Warrican there getting Shikhar for 86. So that is good, and we finally do get 2 right-handers in, and I think, yeah, there's a lot of right-handers now. I think it's all right-handers down, so that works perfectly for the leg spin and slow left arm of Warrican. And Bishu coming in saying, Warrican, you're not going to steal my thunder, boy. I'm going to clean up VJ with a ripping leg spinner that started on leg, comes back and hits the top of middle. And you'd still think that India are definitely in control here. We do have both openers back in the hut. And it is, I was going to say, it's starting to get a little bit overcast. So let's just bring back the seamers just for a little bit, just for a couple of overs. And it has, oh yes, Joseph, my boy, getting the wicket of the Indian captain, Virat Kohli. And that's exactly what I wanted. We'll bring them back off now, just so we can get through to this new ball a little bit quicker, and obviously have those guys refreshed and ready to go. I'm just going to leave it for a couple more overs just to see if we could get anything, but we haven't. We will take the new ball now though. Joseph has been expensive, but he has picked up that wicket. And Kemar Roach, you know what, we'll give it to Jason Holder, the captain, just because he can bowl with the new ball, and he has gone and got Rahul here with the outside edge. But India are doing a very good job here, everyone contributing. Kohli the lowest score so far with 21, and the end of day 1 India are 259 for 4, so probably a little bit slow compared to normal for them, but this is what I was expecting. Rain to stop play for majority. Oh, here we go, we do actually have some play. This is going to be a great time, you would think, for the seamers hopefully to try and get a few wickets with these overcast conditions compared to the spinners. And come on, Joseph boy, come on lad, get some wickets. We need to get that average of yours down. It's ballooning out. It's going to be huge soon. And once again, rain has stopped play. This time an hour and 11 minutes have been lost, so we're only getting like our sessions, which isn't terrible, because it does mean that we can basically just persist with the pace bowlers for the whole time. And we are actually now down into the tails, so that is, I mean, these guys are the guys that I'd want to do it. And now 40, so we're only getting bloody... I don't understand why you'd come back for 6 overs. Just call it and start early the next day. It's just silly. It just bugs me. But rain has once again stopped play. 2 hours have been lost, so the whole first session on day 3 has been wiped out, and the whole of the second session has been wiped out, and you know what? The whole of day 3 has just been wiped out. So we are basically down now to 2 days left. We have not yet batted. We've had almost 10 hours of interruptions. We finally get a little bit of sun, and these two are back bowling away. And you know what? Let's just bring the spinners on, because it's quite hot now. The sun's out, and we don't want them getting tired. And Bishu is actually going to go and pick himself up a wicket. So basically, from this situation here, I don't see us winning. Ideally, we want to make sure that we get the draw so that we win the series. So it might just be a case of going out, getting some batting practice for a few of the guys. Ashwin is being defiant here, which is kind of annoying me a little bit. I'm going to bring back... Oh, God. Roach only bowled 17 overs. He's saying, when you had that big spell, Jason Holder, without me, I was chomping at the bit to get in and have a bowl, and you just did not use me. Joseph's going to pick up his second, and it is going to be the last. It's going to be the 10th for the Indians. They're all out for 414, but you'd have to think that unless there is an absolute massive collapse here, Braithwaite gone early, that this game is going to end in a tie. And Hetmeyer, the Centurion, the hero from last game, is gone, and all of a sudden we are game on here with 2 wickets, only 4 runs on the board, and we're only at lunch on day number 4. But as I said, this really is a good chance, and you can just look at that field. And India can afford to do this now because they have got those early wickets, and they don't really have anything to lose. They are trying to win the series, so they can go for a very aggressive field, which is what they have done. And this could be very interesting, to be fair, because I wasn't expecting to lose this many wickets this quickly. 51 for 4. And remember, the follow-on is enforced. Well, I think the follow-on mark possibly would change. It is still a test match, so it is still 5 games, but we did have a day's rained out, so I'm not sure if that affects the follow-on. I know the follow-on in first-class games, in most first-class games, sorry, 4-day games, I think is 150. Test matches is definitely 200, but I think first-class is 150 because they do have that day less. But I could be wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. Roston Chase, again, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why you do not drop a guy after a couple of bad bats, because he has come back. I mean, we're going to lose Darich. I think that's the first ball of day 5. We have lost him. But he's come back, and he's 63 at the moment. He has resurrected this Windies side from the position that they were in. And once again, I have put the kiss of death on a player. This is starting to turn a little bit. And we're going to look to try and... Here we just need to try and bat for as long as we can. I'd say... Oh, Jason Holder, you beauty. 6-4-1. Woo! Oh, and then you go and get out the very next over. Jesus Christ, that swung a mile. Bahumrah has made that swing an absolute mile. Ideally, we could get those runs to avoid the follow-on. To be fair, I think even if we did... Oh, Rahane! Ajinkya Rahane! Is that his first test wicket? Surely. Surely. No, he's got 2. He's got an average of 45. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. Ideally... Yeah, if we could get it so we could avoid the follow-on. But I think in this situation anyway, even if we didn't follow on, India would probably just declare anyway. They would declare their second innings for 0, which basically would be like a follow-on anyway, because we are still 200 odd behind, and we are going to be still 13 runs behind the follow-on, and as expected we have been asked to follow on. So this could be very interesting. There's still basically 2 sessions left to go here. Obviously the win is out of the equation. The draw is what we were going for after all the rain on days 2 and days 3. That really is what we were looking for anyway, and that is a good session. The second session on day number 2, 50 runs, coming pretty slowly, coming off 26 overs, so basically just 2 runs and over, but no wickets down. And as we did say, this is a good chance for guys to really get some batting practice in, especially guys who are going to be taking part in the one-day internationals, which is probably majority of the squad, you would say. Braithwaite probably won't, just because of his defensive nature. But Hepmeyer will be in there. Lewis will definitely be in there. Hope will be. Chase maybe. Dowrich I'm not 100% sure about. Maybe not, because we will get Shy Hope to keep, and Dowrich hasn't been in the greatest of form with the bat. Holder will definitely be in there. Bishu I would say would probably be in there, depending on Narayan's availability. So Hepmeyer, that's a very good 48. You know, you've got to be happy with that. And there is only 30 odd minutes left to go here. Shy Hope. But, I mean, I don't know why, to be fair, the Indians didn't go with a field like this early on. Especially considering we are following on. So if we did manage to somehow get away, that they would still have a chance to bat to save the test. But the test has been drawn. Won the first game, drew the second. We didn't lose. We drew the second two, which means we do pick up a series win against India in India, which is going to be good not only for our confidence, but it is going to be good for our rankings as well. We do still, I think, sit 9th in the test rankings. It is up there in the top left-hand corner. But that is good. West Indies win the test series against India. That is absolutely unbelievable. So as we can see, the test championship, we're only on 9. It looks as though these are just all basically... Well, no, maybe they haven't reset. Maybe they haven't reset. I don't know. But anyway, we are 9th there. We are 8th in the one-dayers. India are 4th. And the 20 overs, we are 3rd at the moment. So we sit just above there. But Pujara, the top test batsman. We do actually have Braithwaite up there in number 3. And Evan Lewis at number 12. And seeing that it was a little bit of a shorter episode, I think we can go through, these things here and just have a look at them. So Evan Lewis, 2020 batsman. So we'll definitely take that. And the bowlers, Bishu, number 1 by an absolute country mile. And that goes, I guess, to show how dominant he has been lately, that he is almost, that's like 150 rankings points ahead of James Anderson in 2nd place. Then we've got Kemar Roach in number 11, so that's decent. No one in the one-dayers, because I don't think, we haven't played many one-dayers. And if we have, we didn't do that well. And then no one in the 20 overs either. But we haven't played a lot of that. It has basically been just a lot of test match cricket at the moment. But we do have 5 one-day internationals coming up. Day-night game to start us off in Delhi. If you guys are hyped for that and are loving this series, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, leave me a comment down below just with any advice or anything regarding the series that you would like to see. Thanks for watching, and until next time, ka kite anoa. See you soon.